Hey you guys, and welcome to TRU Talks. I am so excited to be with my friend Precious, who you've probably seen her and Carina on TRU Talks. So it's been so fun to watch you guys launch TRU Talks and then just to be together. So please notice our new shirts. We are so excited for them.
Nice.
I love yours. It's really cute.
I like the black. It definitely pops out. The color is very bold.
Yes, and we are all about you knowing your true self. So if you don't know, true has a meaning. So true stands for transformed, redeemed, and unique. And that is what we're all about, is helping women and girls to know you're not alone, that you have been transformed by what God says and who he says you are. You have been redeemed. So you're not the same person that you've been, and you're not going to be. You're on a journey. And so we were talking about confidence. We were talking about some of the secrets of confidence. We were talking about, for women and girls, how do you have a good balance of that? How do you know that you're okay? And even if, you're going through a hard time of not feeling confident, what is it that are some secrets that you can be remembering as you kind of face those areas that are maybe tripping you up a little bit? So, Precious, I'm gonna have you go first.
Yes, this is a very, very good conversation and a good topic because it's so on point and relevant. And I feel like if you're confident, those that those females that walk in confidence, they have a presence about them. They have a almost like attraction about them. It's as soon as they walk through the door. Their head is
kind of drawn to them almost. Yeah.
They walk a little taller, head is high. But then everybody wants to know their secret. Like, what about her is different? And I feel like for me, at least the secret, especially United TRU, is because we are different. And it's because our confidence is in God. It's not a cliche. It's not, it's not that cliche. It is the truth. I learned something recently. Up in church. And we'll see where this goes with this idea of confidence, because it really is all about the mind and where you put your confidence in. I did not know that doctors give placebos to patients and that the placebos heal people. And
when there's nothing in it.
There's nothing, it's just like a sugar,
it's
just a sugar pill. And when I learned that in church the other day, my mind was blown. I feel like, I was like, I knew God wanted us to talk about it because, you're in the medical field. And I was just like, man, the idea that it's like the secret sauce and you give it to someone and it heals, and it healed many illnesses, it healed many diseases. And it's just the idea that someone gives it to them and it changed their mind and like the body healed itself.
Wow.
And so it really is a mind altering. Confidence is so a man thinketh, so is he. It really is. And our confidence is in God. Our confidence is in the Bible. It changes our mind. It changes. The reason why a female may be confident is because the way how she views herself, what she thinks. If you believe, oh, I'm not good enough, it shows. And then your body responds to that, and then everybody else. But if you believe that, no, I'm made in the image of God, it shows. It really is all up here. It's all up in your mind. And so that is something that is a secret sauce. Your mind is so powerful when it comes to confidence. Your mind is so powerful when it comes to beauty. And it's not a placebo. The Bible is the truth. But some people may think, how can some words on the pages shift my mind? Because it is so powerful. It is the secret sauce. And so that is something I want to encourage our viewers, because it's the perfect, it's the perfect secret sauce. Yeah.
It's so good. As you were talking, I was thinking, you can't really, you can't use these two words, confident and not feel like, and perfection. You can't be both perfect and confident, right? Because let's face it, it'll always let you down. We're big on affirmations, United TRU. It's really big to affirm not just yourself though. It's what God has said about you. Yeah. So the Bible is actually the greatest source of affirmation. Yeah. It's the greatest, most powerful place where it's going to take you a while. It doesn't just happen overnight. That's the other piece of confidence that we were talking about. So one is you can't be perfect and expect perfection. And two, you've got to be able to know that it's a journey and your mind is so powerful, but we also are going to talk a little bit about culture. Yes. And what's the pressure that you think from culture of kind of the timetable of confidence or the timetable of, some of those things. That it can really, it can make us feel like, oh, well, I'm struggling in this area. It must mean that then I'm doing something wrong and I'm not confident.
Well, here's the thing about culture. Culture has set out, okay, this is what the image, this is what the standard is for beauty, this is what the standard is for female, this is what the standard is for woman. Of course, everyone knows that culture changes. It follows the majority, but just because the majority follows, it doesn't mean that it's always right. The majority is going to follow whatever. I was watching, of course, everyone has watched the movie Barbie. And it reminded me, had a little nostalgic moment, but it reminded me, growing up, I played Barbies all the time. I don't look like the standard Barbie. And if you put yourself as the standard of culture, you're obviously gonna be like, oh, my eyes aren't blue. My hair isn't straight. I'm not okay with how God made me. I'm not even thinking about the creator. I'm too busy thinking about this standard of how well I can measure up to Barbie. And that's just one example. Or you could say like these, we was just listening to some cute little 12-year-olds and they was just talking about comparison up in school and how even that, the standard, whoever the cool girl is, obviously we all must model her. And it's just like culture wants to set the standard of who to model, but they're not our creator. It's a counterfeit. It's a lie. It's an alternative of what the creator wanted you to be, and then everybody's going to look like robots rather than that diversity. So I love the fact that God is so diverse.
Yes.
Because
it would be so boring.
It would be boring.
We were all the same color and we look the same. And you're right. We'd be like robots. I think too, it's so important for us to know of our timetable with how much we are in a culture that is this, not just even microwave, it is like instant.
Yes.
So if we're not feeling like that we've done all that we need to do, you were just talking about all the things that you've done in your life already, but there's things that you're waiting on. There's things that I'm waiting on. There's things that you're waiting on, and that they haven't happened. The reason they haven't happened yet probably has little to do with you or I. And it's God's timing. We know that his timing is perfect, even though we may not agree with it. We might question it. We might have a little meltdown or two. It's normal. But we have to know that we live in a society where it's text this, do that. And so we have to really slow down and be able to say, okay, what is true? What does God say? And I need help in figuring out what do I do and how do I wait on this? But it doesn't mean something's wrong with me or that I still can grab hold of confidence, even though it's not perfect, even though I'm not meeting some standard, and even though my timetable might be different. That's powerful.
It is, and it takes you being a student, and I'm learning this. Most of the mistakes I make in life is when I become wise in my own eyes and say, Lord, I thought I know your word says, what's best, your timing is best, but I'm gonna choose my own direction. I'm gonna choose this because this is what I think is best. You don't know me as well as I know me. I know in this season what I need, and you don't get it. And I make too many dumb decisions from that. And the Lord always humbles me and be like, Adam and Eve made the same mistake. They chose the fruit because they wanted to be wise in their own eyes. They wanted to make a decision rather than just trust. Maybe I didn't have to know all of this gory details. Maybe I just had to trust my creator that he knows best. Because it's not that it's not going to happen, right? Because when you were talking, it made me think about school. And it just, when I was in high school, everyone know graduation is going to come, right? You're going to be in 12th grade, but you got to go through 7th grade. And then 7th grade, you got to go through 8th grade. And you got to go through 9th grade. And I was seeing all these students now, and they're like, I just can't wait to graduate. And I'm like, you have 5 years. And it's just like,
hold on a second.
And then me, I remember I did the same thing. And now there's times where I miss, like the time went by so fast. And
yeah, we can just rush right through it. Rush right through it.
And that's not the concept of waiting.
Yes.
Because maybe if I rush, I'll miss what I'm gonna miss this time. And I'll miss, like, dang, I wish I would have enjoyed this a lot more rather than wanting to move on to the next season. The next season, you're waiting for something else.
Yes. Well, we are so excited. We're going to be talking more about confidence, but we hope that you will let us know what are the areas that you have either struggled with confidence, or let us know what are the things that you've used to help be more confident. We want to hear from you. So we hope you will join us, like us, follow us, and we will see you next time on True Talks.